Parade by Rachel Cusk. Who's the painter? The question echoes through Parade like a riddle you can't stop circling. A person, a persona, a projection. Rachel Cusk doesn't answer it. She lets it remain like smoke over canvas, still drying, because Parade isn't a novel in the traditional sense. It's a mirror with four reflections. A sequence of uncanny episodes where reality wavers, gender bends, and meaning itself gets splintered. Part 1. Dismantling the identity. Kusk constructs her central figure only through distance. The painter is sometimes a man, sometimes a woman, sometimes a projection, sometimes a performer, but never quite solid. It's as if Kusk is asking, what happens to identity when it's no longer grounded in biography? As the painter moves through airports, hotels, panel discussions, and studios, they take on different roles in other people's stories. But like a dream, their outline shifts the moment you try to hold on. In this way, Kusk captures the surreal condition of modern existence fluid, performative, narrated but not necessarily lived. Part 2. The absurdity of meaning. Each of the four episodes takes place in a different setting, but the narrative logic feels disjointed. This is deliberate. Musk pulls away from linearity, chronology, and psychological realism. Instead, she uses tone, repetition, and ambiguity to build her emotional architecture. One scene, a Q&A with the audience, devolves into a strange theater of assumptions and projections. In another, the painter is both revered and objectified by a collector who claims to understand them. We see how language, especially the language of art and critique, can be both connective and completely hollow. In the words of the author, the real is no longer the thing itself, but the story that gets told about it. Part 3. Gender, creation, and invisibility. Gender flows in and out of the painter like a brush dipped in shifting pigment. Kusk refuses to fix identity in any binary. Instead, she explores how the painter's body and voice are read, misread, and sometimes erased. There's a chilling moment in one episode when the painter realizes they have become invisible to a group of men who once admired them. It's not rage or grief that follows, but a cold kind of liberation. The author writes with surgical precision. The painter sees how gender itself was a costume. Part 4. The painter as a metaphor for the reader. Ultimately, the painter becomes not just an artist or character, but a metaphor for the reader, for anyone moving through a world of images and expectations. What do we reveal when we perform? What do we erase? In Parade, Rachel Cusk takes us into the very instability of perfection, and she doesn't fix it. She lets the narrative breathe like abstract art. The plot is not the point, the emotional shifts are. Parade is not for those making story, it's for those who want to understand how we become stories in art, in love, in memory. If you've ever felt that you're watching yourself live or speaking someone else's lines, Parade is your mirror. Not to fix your reflection, but to finally see it split and shimmering.